Alright guys, welcome to another video. On this episode of Oli Oli Paints, we're just going to go through. I've got a raw plastic Toyota bumper here that I'm just going to spray. I've got the car right outside the booth. Paint code 070, pearl white. First and foremost though, I am going to use my static gun. Get this thing all blown down. I've already obviously taped off the little center section. Little trick for this, if you ever have to fine line like that, before you put fine line down, spray adhesion promoter on the tape plus the raw part, lay your fine line down, and then use a heat gun to kind of just bend it to any shape, and it'll actually hold. I've shared that on social media before. And as usual, guys, we're using the Ion Star anti-static gun. To be 100% honest with you, this is the only one that I've used that's actually worth a damn. Because as you can see, it doubles as a blowgun. It doesn't just like lightly mist out some air. Like you can actually get some area covered, but it keeps it simple. So now that it's all blown down, you just feather the trigger. When you see the green, you know that it's doing its thing. Give her a quick blow down. Raw plastic always gets super staticky. Just the nature of the beast, and this completely removed it. So what that'll do for you is just keep everything cleaner, because dust and overspray is no longer attracted to all that static. So now that's done, we'll get some adhesion promoter sprayed on this. Or plastic primer, whatever you want to call this stuff. We call it adhesion promoter around these parts. I'm gonna put my mask on the right way here. I better make sure. Let me double check real quick to make sure this looks right. Oh yeah, you guys can see good. Okay, I'm happy with that. Give this a good dose. You don't want it to be super light. I like doing a nice even coat. I'll even double up in some areas. You got to remember that adhesion promoter modifies the plastic. It softens it so that way the sealer is going to stick. So you want to give her a good even coating so it can do its thing. I don't know if you guys could tell on camera how wet I'm doing this stuff, but I like to get it on there, you know. 'Cause I don't like having feelers. That's embarrassing. So give it a good enough dose so it can do its job, and you won't have anything to worry about. Especially on your edges, where it's going to start to peel is from an edge. So if you get a good coating of adhesion promoter on these edges, you shouldn't have any problems. So I'm gonna go mix up some sealer. I'll turn y'all back on when we got that in the gun. And for my sealer gun, I'm just gonna use this Iwata Kiwami. You guys have seen me use this in the past, but I like it for sealer. It lays it down nice and flat, and that's what I'm looking for. Just a thin, flat, even coating. Oh yeah, we're rocking and rolling, baby. I gotta quickly do this bumper because I need to go get my daughter from summer camp, so, or church camp, whatever the heck it's called. I think it's a church camp. she's all excited because Dad's picking her up, and I drove the Civic because that's her favorite car, so it's gonna be a good day. Nice and even coated it. She get them edges, boys. Run around this thing and do all my edges first. I almost forgot about this bumper today. This thing's supposed to go tomorrow. That would have sucked to have to rush it in the morning. But now, at least I'll hit the bake on it tonight. Be ready to assemble in the morning. Got nothing but bumper jobs this week, like a whole ton of them. And I feel like I've been stuck in, you know, Toyota mode because this is, I'm not even kidding, probably the 7th 4Runner. I even have a friend of mine's 4Runner I'll probably make a video on. That's all we get, especially these pearl white ones. All right, we should be like a minute. Oh, 4 seconds. Look at that. I timed that perfectly. I can always tell because the fans. I need to fix the 2 middle fans, but we'll get to that. Oh yeah, and this is all nice and dull. Touch on an edge. Good. Touch down here. Yeah, we're straight. Usually go about 22 psi. Tends to be my go-to setting for this. 22, full fan, full fluid. Like I said, guys, I'll go wet on wet. So I'll do the first coat and immediately follow with my second. Don't do that with solvent. Keep in mind that this is waterborne base coat. Follow your tech sheet. If you're spraying solvent, observe your flash time. This is waterborne base. So that's exactly why I say that, because a lot of you guys will be spraying solvent. In a collision shop, it's pretty common to see water, but basically the way you spray this 9K is essentially how the cascade method that PPG now uses with their modifier. And only real difference is I don't have to activate my base coat to do it. And I don't waste base coat because when you use modifier in PPG, it activates it. So there's that. A couple of the differences, you know. Still a solid product nonetheless. It's just, I'll be real with you guys, I think PPG was easier to spray than this stuff. Especially on like really coarse metallics. God, give me a Viro base all day long. That was easy. $9K can be kind of a pain in the butt, as I've demonstrated in previous videos. These pearl whites are extremely easy though, so I'm thankful for that. And our matches are actually pretty solid. This 070, I can't think of a time that I've had to use anything other than standard to match. So that's been neat. I'm telling you, man, This wet on wet technique just makes everything so much faster. So if you don't do it this way, I strongly encourage you to start. Because just like that, I'm done with that first color. That's our ground color. You can see it's already starting to dehydrate here. All right, we're gonna hit the flash. I'm gonna set it at 10 minutes this time. I'm gonna clean this gun, and we'll get some pearl action going on here. So timers, flash, 10. It ain't gonna take me 10 minutes, but flash. I need that heat rolling. I gotta see how much pearl I had left over from the last one. Here, a little air persuasion here. Ain't gonna take much. See what time it is. We're doing good. I would have liked to be done already, but you know, it's pearl white. Beggar can't be choosers. Make sure up in there is real nice and dry. It always likes to pool in there, so you know. Heck yeah, that's ready for pearl, baby. We'll go turn off the flash cycle real quick. I'm sorry if this makes you dizzy. I do a whole lot of running in circles. It's a lot of in and out, in and out, in and out. All right. Like I said, 2 coats. I'm going to dehydrate between. I will do my control coat, wet on wet. It just works far better for these pearls to be spread, like controlled while everything's wet. Like I said, guys, I always like to handle my edges first. Like so. And the underside, just to make sure I get a nice even coat on everything. Okay. Biggest thing is nice tight overlaps. I like to back up a little bit when I'm doing these pearls, just to make sure that everything is laying down as smooth as my goofy self can do it. Because I'm only human at the end of the day, and I've seen the job that the robots do, and I think we're doing okay. Okay, there's 1 coat. We'll just force dry this with a blower. This tends to start to flash rather quickly, so I know on here you probably can't even tell what the heck's going on, but you might be able to see it. Like right here, it's starting to flash. It'll go matte when it's ready for that 2nd coat. It doesn't have to be like 100% flashed off, just mostly matte. So that way I don't run the crap out of this. That's never fun. Don't you do it, you son of a... There you go. Almost there. Alright, that's good enough. Like I said, I will do my little orientation slash control coat while this is still wet. Tends to work out better for me, you know? Alright. And I know some guys, they don't like doing the edges if they need 2 coats, but I just do the whole thing. Just a habit. Alright, now control code time. I'm going to drop this thing down to 15 and we're just going to drop it. I mean, a drop coat's kind of exactly how it sounds. You're just dropping pearl at a low pressure over this thing, trying to smooth it all out. You want this to just be silky, silky, silky. The whole goal. I don't want no blockiness. Alright. So far so good. I really am liking the way this is looking. Up in here. I know inside it's not really necessary, but I just do it, you know. Okay, that is our pearl white base coat done. 3300 GTO. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the flash cycle for 10 minutes. I'll probably come in here with my blowgun, force dry all of this, and then I'll go mix up some clear. I'm gonna cut to where I'm walking in here with clear because this part's just watching paint dry. There's nothing special, but this came out nice. So go clean this gun, mix up some clear. Okay, so now we've got clear coat. This is all dry. Just turn the flash cycle off. CC250 US4. This is my 4600 digital Titania Pro with a 1.3. This is a big boy gun. If you've never sprayed with a 4600, say you spray a 1.3 RP, do not buy a 1.3 Titania Pro setup. Buy a 1.2 XL. I promise you it'll match your RP. It's honestly a little bit faster, but a 1.3 is just too much. That's something you got to kind of graduate up to. Like I'm not saying that to like talk smack. I'm saying that 1.3 this is fast compared to a 1.3 RP. So it is definitely not for the uninitiated, that's for sure. You will get crazy runs. I've been doing the 1.3 for a few months now, and honestly, it's just a setup for me. You can see how fast I'm moving right now. And I'll get you guys in close on this stuff so you can check out the finish and all that. But I just like to spray fast, you know? And I'm sure you guys can see my arm speed. That's exactly what this setup does, is it allows me to just get in, get out. Save my shoulder a little hang time, you know what I mean? Alright, and I am using about 28 PSI. There we go, that's the first coat of clear done. I'll turn y'all back on when I got the second coat, and we'll call this one a wrap. Oh, and side note, I know I posted this on my Instagram, but if you guys try these, here's how you can take them off the gun with no mess. Squeeze them, tighten up this little vent, keep holding it, pull the trigger. You see all that clear get dumped out? See, no mess. That's how you do it. I know that to some guys that's common knowledge if you've used RPS in the past. The guys with the sealed PPS, this is new to them, so I just want y'all to be aware that's how you do it, no mess. Now guys, that's 2 coats cleared. I already pulled my fine line. We're all ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna go hit the bake cycle. I don't know if y'all can see the gloss on that, but yeah, this 4600 means business. I had to tip it up because I did see it's starting to pool. Luckily these have like the little deals that sit over the edge. I did get her on a little thick, but you know, we're gonna go hit that bake cycle and get out of here. So thanks for hanging out with me. If you guys enjoyed this video, consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm gonna definitely be uploading way more often nowadays, and I appreciate all you guys, all the messages, emails, everything that I get across all the platforms. I really appreciate you guys and your support. So I'll catch y'all in the next one.